4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he and he is me. This is that platform where we come to be ourselves. We can be anything we want here. This is a judgment-free zone, and you are safe to say and be whoever it is you want to be here. Once again, man, we back. It's Monday night. Is it Monday night? Yeah, it's Monday night. Monday night. Monday all day long. I guess we could put this one in the record books too, y'all. You know, the weekend brought some interesting things, and you know, one of those things I want to talk about is people and their lack of respect for anything or anyone. I was reading where, damn, you know, I would think a baby's birth would be a great celebration, a celebration of life and love, man. I tell you, it's sad where you had the actual mom being fatally shot after her baby shower by, I'm not sure whether it was her baby daddy or her ex. And man, it's sad. I mean, you go to think about it. This actually happened in Harlem, New York. Young lady, she was 31 years old, was slain in front of her other two children, in the head after her baby shower early Sunday, trying to break up a fight between her ex-boyfriend and her current lover. Police and the relatives were heartbroken. As anyone who would have shown up to a scene like that. I mean, reportedly, Young was carrying presents from the shower into her apartment on West 28th Street near Frederick Douglass Boulevard when her ex showed up and confronted her boyfriend with a gun about 1:15 a.m. Police said Shanice was reportedly caught in the middle. And tragic, man. She had two other children who were actually on the scene who witnessed this this atrocity, this sad thing, man. And yeah, prayers go out to the family. Yeah, I it's a sad thing, man, where you actually have to be thankful for what you have, man. Thankful for your family. You know, we get caught up a lot of times in things that we don't have, and here you are, you have a family who was actually celebrating life, and the one that was actually a primary for the celebration lost her life in front of her children, her other children and family members. Sad, man. Sad. Wow. Unbelievable. But yeah, back to this, man. Look, tonight is no holds barred, man. I don't have the understanding of this. I do have some things, and I'm going to say this to you. This show is not going to be what you thought it was going to be about. It is most definitely not going to be what you thought it was going to be about. And yeah, the topic is what it is. Hang on, let me put it up in Instagram. One second, bear with me. I'm putting this up on Instagram. Okay. Now, I know y'all want the truth about it. I'm going to give y'all some truth. I'm going to give y'all truth from a different perspective of what you might think this is going to be. There's no slants in this. There's no sugar. I don't do sugar. And nothing I do or say. Give you nothing but the pure, raw, and uncut. This is what it is. Here's the topic, y'all. That's the question. We're going to marinate on that. My thoughts about it is, most would say because they're smarter than us. I say that's bullshit. They're not smarter than us. It's just that they're trained. Here's the thing, man. Contrary to belief, women are born narcissists, natural in every element, manipulating and calculated. They have the prize. I mean, when, in regards to us as men, it's effortless. It's effortless. Excuse me, effortless to them. And the reason why I say it's trained, because it's like judo. When you are able to use the reverse, or use someone's weight against them to subdue them or throw them down and put them in a position where they have no choice but to submit, that's trained. Your training allows you to do that and affords you to do that. It's not something that comes natural. And we as men, a lot of times we're so stupid that we allow our own insecurities to be that weight. Although we want, a lot of us mean well in the things we do. Yeah, you're chasing the bag. You're trying to secure something. Trying to remain confident in who you presented yourself to be. One thing is for sure about a woman. Fellas, if she's into you, she's into you. It's on you to expose as much as you can to her about your person, the real person, because she's a natural helpmate. In the beginning, the honeymoon phase, we're treating each other in ways, right? But the one thing about a woman, if she likes you genuinely, she's going to treat you the way she wants to be treated. And then after that, she's going to treat your ass the way you treat her. Don't let your chases of the things that you're trying to achieve in life cause you to lose a good thing. Here's why I say this. We're supposed to be providers, keepers, protectors, right? And in every way, shape, or form, the one thing a woman likes in a man is confidence. So we always try to put our best foot forward in the things that we do with her. And a lot of times, man, that fails. Let me say this. While you getting it together, she's getting ready. Let me say it again. While you're getting it together, she's getting ready. I'm going to jump around a little bit. We talk about exits. This is a chapter, right? Exits, fellas. You wonder why when a woman cancels your ass out, it's a big surprise to you? Because you don't pay attention to her. You don't see the subtle changes or the subtle disconnects or the subtle withdrawals of how she may used to lay it all out for you, wash your clothes, cook for you, section you regularly. Shit, there were times when you would be on the phone and you couldn't get her off the phone. You talking for 2 and 3, 4 hours at a time. Now all of that's gone. Why? Is it you or is it her? Because a lot of time, you know, we feel that you presented yourself in a certain manner that you have to keep up appearances. Let me say this to you. There's a saying, fellas, fuck what you got. And I'm saying this in the monetary means or the things that you may think you have and are about. Pay attention to her. A woman loves effort more than anything else. Consistent effort. When that's gone, man, let's say you fall back into your shell and you're trying to achieve this thing to give you some fiduciary stabilization in your life or take you to the next level. You put in hours, but you're not talking to her about what it is you're doing. She has no understanding. You got to understand, a woman is a natural helpmate. You pin up energy, and that energy has to go somewhere. And you're moving the way that you're moving. So now she's feeling like you're keeping something from her. Now, until I said to you retrospectively, the weight. Oh, this is a deep one tonight, y'all. So it's sponsored by DJ Reposado, splash of Sprite, a little lime juice. Yeah. Using your weight against you, man. Your weight, and it's not even when I say it's effortless, it's easy because you're unavailable. You're absent. You're an absentee landlord. So it's easy for her to focus her attentions and mind on different things, whether it's her workout, whether it's some sort of edification to her mind and the studies. And sure, that works for a while. But as humans, we need human stimulation. So if you're not there, what do you think is going to happen? She may start getting it from her girlfriend. She may start hanging around her family a little more. But that's not going to do. That's not going to do. A real woman wants a connection with a man, with her man, the one she chose, the one she decided to sacrifice some things for, to build some things. And if you're moving in a way that you're not communicating your intentions because you're trying to save face, trust me, she's going to be in somebody else's face sooner or later. First thing that goes is respect. Okay? All right, put it this way. I'll give you another example of how things go, right? Idiosyncrasies that we have, men, are this. The worst feeling you can have in the world is to know that your woman has interest in anyone else other than you. Let me say it again. The worst feeling for a man is to know that a woman he's locked in with has interest in any other man other than him. That means this. I'll give you my list of the things that I see desirable and that I'd want in my woman. Respect, very top of the list, very top of the list. You have to have that. You have to have mutual respect for one another. But with respect, you lay the ground as how you all would be moving with it as one, not watering around things, but as a force to move through things, over things, because nothing else matters. When you are water, it's like your basement. Your basement floods, it sits with everything and it begins to cause mold. You don't want to move as water. You want to move as a force, as a bulldozer through and over things, because nothing else matters but you and the individual that you've gelled with. Consideration. You must consider one another. You have to consider one another's feelings. Fellas, we do not do that a lot. It's all about me, and the shit I got to do. And we don't consider this woman who's been sent here for you as a helpmate in a lot of ways. Now, I'll say this. I've been guilty of it because of the life that my past life has put me in, the mindset and habits of not sharing a lot with people, period. So I can move in silence and conduct business and try to get things that I need to get done. That doesn't work for everyone. So I have to consider the one that I'm with. You have to consider the one that you're with. You have to consider yourself, meaning that would you appreciate it if this happened to you? If they were just moving about, getting up, going out, coming back in, making phone calls, handling business or whatever they were doing, but there's no regard to you. There's no conversation. Okay. Let's just say I decided today, all right, I'm going to Barbados. I didn't tell you, Jack. I bought the ticket almost 3 weeks ago to go. I'm going with my homeboys. Unbeknownst to you, shit, I didn't consult you about anything. I'm gone. I can't be mad if you show up in Barbados and you on the sand somewhere else doing you. I didn't bring you. I didn't even ask you, did you want to go? I didn't even consider you. Third one's compassion. You got to have compassion for who you're with and the things that we go through in genuine life, man. All of us have ups and downs and problems. A lot of us, we don't do that, fellas. We don't have compassion for the woman we with. And that has a lot to do with our upbringing and the things that we see to this day. Get to the point where you can guard your mind and your heart. Life and relationships are like an investment. You can only invest what you're willing to lose, player. It's going to turn around. There's always going to be some sort of residual gain. Meaning if you lose, goddammit, you gained a lesson. If you win, you gained love, life, and some temporary forever bliss. Passion. You got to be passionate about who you're with. You got to be attracted. You have to do the shit that you were doing to get the person. If you were taking her out and you were spending the time with her and you were talking that good shit, you cannot stop. I understand it's not going to be an everyday thing, but goddamn it, choose at least 1 or 2 days of the week to talk that good shit to her, show up, cook for her, fill her fucking car with gas on Sunday, that kind of shit. Make sure she's straight. Show her that you have eyes for her. Reason why I'm going down this list, because I'm gonna back it up, and I said this is not going to be your typical show. Ladies, you have been spared the rod tonight. It's all us. Because a lot of us, man, we have been fucking up, and we need to have this understanding. Fellas, my phone is always open. You can DM me. You want to get at me. I love contact. Whatever you want to do. We can talk or we can work. But I got to say it because it's just one of those things that need to be said. As a man, I got to say it. The next one is truth. Everybody wants honesty, but nobody's willing to be honest. The truth, however painful, will garner your respect beyond measure with the individual that you are with. You must be truthful. I don't care what it is. There are people that love you enough or that can love you enough to see past your faults. They may want to scratch your eyes out, but at the end of the day, the respect level is there, especially when it comes to things like your trust and dealing with people outside of your relationship. It happens. But I'll say this, fellas, on our behalf, I'm going to get to us. It's a shame, man, that we want to know everything about the woman we with, the whole facts, who you was fucking with before me and everything about a woman, but you're not willing to put certain things on the table. You have to be willing to put everything on the table. A lot of times a woman don't want to know where the fuck you came from. She's concerned about what you're doing now. We as men, we have our pride. And I'll say this even further, as black men, our pride is so intense that we can't look a certain kind of way in the presence of other black men. And that's because our pride and our dignity has been stripped from us for so long that we choose the wrong battles to fight to have that. Let me know if I'm long-winded, y'all. But yeah, I got to get into this shit. So, desire, we cover that. The truth, we cover that. Here's one. Admiration. I want a woman to admire me for my intellect, for my goodwill, my kindness, the dignity that I have. I'm not perfect for my truth. The goddamn it, yeah, I have a past, and we're all working through things that may still be with us from our past. You know, someone who's not going to be too prideful to not actually be willing to take that cloak of pride off, be humble. Admiration. You want to be admired. You want to be in adorned, and you have to give that same energy. Understanding. I want someone to understand my pitfalls, my shortcomings, my goals, my dreams, my hurts, you know, my deepest, darkest secrets that I'm willing to share with somebody. And understanding the flip side of that is caring in a way that my secrets are safe with you, just like my social security number. One of the biggest factors that a man looks for, a real strong man, is encouragement. If he has a woman that makes him feel that he can go out and conquer the world, he'll go do just that. You look at the saying, well, behind every great man is a greater woman. Hey, man, I don't beg to differ. I believe it, because it takes that. It takes understanding. It takes someone that's going to be there with you in the night, you know, when you're trying to work it out and you need the eyes for detail to make things proper. You know, we don't have it all. But to get back to the topic, why women rarely get caught cheating. Fellas, when you're not supplying those things, you better believe the process has already begun. Woman will do everything and anything to make sure, or to try to make sure, that she's working to assure you that she's with you. The subtle changes happen, and because we're so caught up in our own shit, we don't see it. So, you brothers that are regimented out there, you go to work, you come home, you go to the gym, you go hang out here, you go hang out there, you're moving and you're doing all that. She got you down to a science, homeboy. I'll say this, and I'm gonna give you some game. It don't take long to do nothing that's already been set in motion. Listen, I say it all the time. CIA ain't got nothing with a woman with a plan. Ain't got nothing on her. And I'm saying it because I have been many times, have been the third guy out, where a woman has already had her intent to come and do whatever it was she needed to do, and allotted 30 minutes to do whatever it is she needed to do and get back to your dumb ass like nothing ever happened. Grocery store run, nails done, hair done, mama's house, this, that, hang out with the girls, all these different things, and you wrapped up in it, and you'll never catch it. You'll catch your ass whooping before you catch her. Your ass whooping is this. Fellas, do you understand? Do you ever grasp why when a woman says she's done with you, nigga, you couldn't, listen, you can cut off every extremity of your body and throw it in the highway. You can't get her back. The process of getting you out of her system began months and months before the hammer came down. Oh, but you all man, you strong, you rough and tough, and all that stuff, but you ain't paid no attention. So you the very motherfucker like this idiot in Harlem who couldn't get over the fact that his baby mama had moved on and wanted to show up, her ex wanted to show up, meaning, and deal with the baby's father, because he wasn't paying attention. Sorry, son of a bitch. Yeah. That's the kind of things that happen because, hell, you weren't paying attention. It's like a plate of food, man. You sit a plate of food out, somebody gonna dip in your plate at some time. And if you're in a restaurant, they'll dip in your plate, eat it, and at some point in time, the waiter's gonna come and clean the table. And you sitting there looking stupid when you come back. Yeah. Think about it. Listen. Women don't have to do anything. A lot of you think you got backbones and shit, but you don't. They use your argument against you. They gaslight you like a motherfucker. You may come in and say something, but then after a while, man, here you go. You can't argue with a woman, man, because you'll never win. You'll never win an argument with a woman unless she goes to sleep. She go to sleep, then you won. But other than that, if she's awake and got energy and breath in her body, fellas, you can never win an argument with a woman. She'll pick you apart every time. And because of the narcissistic nature in her, she's going to victimize herself in the midst of the conversation. So you will never get a word in edgewise, because when that happens, this is the subtle shit, fellas. This is to let you know you fucked up, truly fucked up. And either the act has already happened or it's just about to happen. That means that I'm doing everything to put distance between us because I have to justify this move I'm getting ready to make on you. Or if I haven't already made it, I have to justify that. So I have to feel bad about you so that I can feel good about going out and doing whatever it is I'm going to do with the next one to get over you. It's common sense, fellas. This is why you can never catch her. One of the reasons, one of the major reasons. Yeah. And ladies, you know, contrary to belief. You guys got a lot of shit with y'all, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna go in on y'all tonight because this is not what I'm doing. This for the fellas. Look. You can very well put yourself in a trick bag by trying to state your position with her. You may have a valid argument, but there's one aspect about the argument that you're not going to ever win. You allowed her to get to that point where she could question her position with you. That's going to take some doing. Silence is golden, but your pride is not going to allow you to do it. You got a point to prove. And as long as you're proving that point, you're giving her justification to do the shit that she's doing to you. And she's going to put the screws to you. She's going to get a pint of flesh, fellas, because you were stupid. You were stupid. So this is why. Got you down, man. Got you down cold. Know when you come, know when you go. A woman said, okay, here we go. We are OCD in our thinking. Not many things that we miss. That's not narcissistic by definition. Yes, it is, because power is in the information. If I know where you are, then I know what I can do and what kind of time I have to do it within. And there's nothing that needs to be said about that. So here's a topic: why women rarely get caught cheating. This is why, or one of the reasons why, one of the many. I said this is like judo. It's a reverse psychological placement. The placement of energies. Okay. It's sad, but it happens. You know? Someone said, wow, how about we are intuitive? We pay attention to all angles of most things. Well, there's a lot of times, man, we're brothers, we don't have angles. If our answer is our truth, is just our truth. A lot of times we get silent as men because let's say this, okay? In this period right now, because people are taking these jabs or not taking the jabs, People are really actually about to lose their livelihoods. So you're gonna see a lot of silent brothers because they're gonna be trying to figure out how to put food on the table, keep a roof over your head, keep clothes on yours and their back, and the kids' back, and whatever else. One thing about we as men, when we get in that state, there's not a lot to talk about because those that are standing on something, on some principles, we don't like to sell wolf tickets. We don't like to make promises we can't keep. So I can't tell you that, hey, I'm gonna have a mortgage on this day or that day, and I ain't worked since shit last month. I have to figure that shit out. So the silence is me trying to figure it out. So a lot of times you may ask a guy, hey man, where you going? I don't know. I'm just going out. That may be the honest truth. But because of that, his pride or our pride, fellas, should have been, look, we need to go out. I need to think. We need to think, you know, because there's no I in team. We lose it on the smallest shit that we could actually take control of. And yeah, really, we just don't do it. And if y'all got something to say, man, the line is open. I'm here. If you like this platform, man, share it. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click like. If you're just joining the room, the topic tonight is why women rarely get caught cheating. And I'm saying this to you, not in a place of hurt and pain, but fellas, it's for you to go get your shit together. If you want that woman, then you need to go and get her. You need to share your position in your life with her, your things that you're doing, your goals, your truth. You have to admire her. You have to desire her. You have to show her that you desire her. You have to be willing to take them coals on your head too. Because honestly, man, if you got to this point, you've hurt that woman. So you're going to have to heap some coals. And that's just what it is. And be strong enough to do it. And that goes both ways in a relationship now. If you've done some distrustful shit, women, and you got caught, you're going to have to take the coals too if you want that man. You're going to have to take what comes with it. You got to work your way back. Like the song say, working my way back to you, baby. You have to do that. And it ain't going to be easy. But if it's worth it to you, shit, you know the saying, nothing worth having comes easy. That's some shit you can look back 15 years from now and laugh about it. Yeah, I was stupid as shit, but I'm glad that I was able to get back on track, you know? Let me say this to you. A lot of times, man, here's the thing. Ladies, I know the one thing that you like in your man is confidence. So he must always present himself to you in confidence. See, confidence can be used two different ways. Confidence can be used in him confiding in you about him and his wrestles with any shortcomings he may have within himself, spiritually, mentally, or in the physical, fiduciary, or anything else. But the flip side is that he must be confident, meaning that he's there, he's strong, he's a leader. He's telling you that we can overcome anything. I can overcome anything. They took the car last night. Shit, fuck that. I'm going to buy another one today. You understand? These are the kind of conversations that confident men have. Fellas, if you don't have those conversations, you're not confident and you're not willing to confide or in confidence to who you're with, you're going to lose. This is where we change up the movement. Ladies, if you see your man disengaging, it's not all the time about some other goddamn gone woman, man. A lot of times, man, these guys or brothers can feel that we actually have a good goddamn woman, man. And because my shit's falling off or something's happened to me and I'm not able to do certain things, man. Damn. How am I keep her? Fellas, let me say this to you. You ask yourself that question, you have done that woman a disservice because you have yet to first confide in her about your shortcomings. Sure, she gonna be pissed. Sure, she may feel some kind of way, but the understanding is this. You gave what you were supposed to give. Hang on. Got incoming mail. Someone says a narcissist main focus is themselves in an extreme selfish way. A woman doesn't typically put herself first unless she has to focus on becoming her best self for a greater good. Well, usually the greater good is herself. So that's coming from a woman's perspective. I'm not, listen, I'm talking to the fellas, right? Can somebody throw some thumbs up? I'm talking to the fellas. And these little kind of remarks don't make me, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. We won't do this. If you're trying to call into the show, the number is on the bottom of the show, on the screen right here is area code 929-322-3971. Once again, it's 322-3971. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. We sometimes disengage, ladies. It's like riding, you know how you ride a bike and the chain comes off? So you have to get off and you've got to put it back on. Sometimes that happens. And fellas, you got to understand the putting back of the chain a lot of times is the encouragement of the woman that you're with. She may even fall into a position where like, okay, damn, okay, what we going to do? Oh, you know, what's going to happen next? But she has the belief that you can accomplish things enough to encourage you to say that, yeah, shit's going to be all right because you can do whatever you want to put your hands to. And she's going to support and back your play as long as you're not throwing bricks at the penitentiary or some old goofy ass shit like that. So, you know, goes back to what I said retrospectively. Confidence, confident, confide. You got to get on track, fellas. What I'm saying to you is this overall, ladies, you're not that smart. You're not smarter than us. It is a lot of times, man, we allow the shit because we want to keep the peace that you do. We don't want to argue with you. But if you for those streets and you want to do what it is you want to do, one of the other reasons why you're able to get away with it is because all options are always trying to fuck and become secret operatives in whatever it is you're seeking to achieve, i.e. your process. Fellas, they don't just go cold, homie. They go savage. And that means that whatever they need to do to get over you and to get back into their game, meaning the swing of their life, they're going to do it. And what further makes it so, you know, a lot of people, I know on some show, I say, you know, well, if she chooses a guy, she likes the guy. A lot of times, man, okay, that's cool. That's cool. And so on and so forth. But if she chose to like a guy, that means she will never like your ass again. The reason is she sacrificed something of herself that she didn't necessarily have to, dealing with you, to waste her time, her mental space, her spirit man or spirit woman. So if she got to step out to get herself together, she ain't never coming back to you, homeboy. And then if on top of that, if she does, are you really able to accept her and her flaws at that point in time? Because you don't know what the whole fact's going to look like when it comes back to you. The security in a man is to know that, look, if you got a fine woman, somebody want her. Fuck is you doing? Tap into her and see what it is she really wants. If that list that I just gave you, if it's not at least 70%, she for them streets and you will never win with her. Get yourself further. If you're just joining the room, man, the topic of the night is this: why women rarely get caught cheating. Yeah, that is the topic. And the list, fellas, once again, I'm going to go down it again. Top of the list is respect. Let's see, respect / loyalty, consideration, compassion, passion, and truth, however painful that truth is. desire. You have to be desirable as well as you want your woman to be desirable to you. Admiration. Who doesn't want to be admired in their relationship? Who doesn't want to be looked to for the knowledge or the encouragement that they need to get through their day? To let you know or let them know that you got them in more ways than one, whether it's monetary or spiritual or making them feel secure in their movements around in this day and age that we are in. Put it to you like this, man. The women in my life, youngest to oldest, I'm not giving them any and everything they want. I bitch and moan, and I do it to maintain some pride over myself while I'm giving. Kicking and screaming the whole way long and talking shit, but I'm doing what the hell that needs to happen, from the youngest to the oldest. That's it. Period. I may talk shit, but I'm talking shit while I'm doing it. Fellas, you got to be on the same kind of time. And don't give a fuck how you make it happen. Make it happen. Because trust me, believe me, you just got to make it happen. God damn it. And the real thing is, most women out here that are about their weight in gold, they don't need you for shit. If you're there, it's because they chose you to be there. So be fucking there, man. They're not gonna be perfect. Nobody asking you to be weak. If you see them fucking up, yeah, you check that shit. You check it immediately, right then and there. But there's a way to do it. Don't be like you're talking to one of the homeboys on the street. The intellectual aspect of things is always going to stimulate her mind into thought about what it is that you're saying. Allow the best you to be present when you're with your woman and you're in those things. You have an argument, you have a disagreement. Sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up and say, okay, you're right. You're right. I'll revisit this with you maybe next week. But in the meantime, now, fellas, this is where it gets tricky. You may feel like, oh man, I just got punked by her. But at the same token, put you on the other foot, right? You have to look at your woman like this. Okay, you raising your voice at her, you arguing, you going back and forth, right? And you walk down the street and you see some other man arguing and raising your voice at her, right? What you gonna do? I mean, I think most of us would say we're going to jail. So why do some of that? Why do any of it? A lot of times, man, you can say certain things and that would be enough. Unless you are in a space where you're questioning yourself, no person has the ability to push buttons to make you emotionally or mentally or physically do anything. If it got to that point, that means that that's your shit. It's not theirs, because the signs and the writing on the wall of what it is you were doing or not doing to allow this to happen to you in your relationship. Fellas, tighten up. Tighten up. Don't start being there every day, all day, and rapping on the phone and all that kind of shit. You know, motherfucker, you ain't Prince. God rest the dead. Bless him. Be the best you can be. You know, if you get up in the morning, go stand on the corner, go do that shit. Let your woman know where you at. Hey, I'm right here in front of this store, getting this money as best I can, or I'm turning a shovel. And see, a lot of you brothers out here rather laying shit than go out here and turn a shovel. You can't be that, man. You can't allow your pride to put you in that way. Women love a motherfucker that's going to go out and work hard. She may say, hey, you know, I want a motherfucker with money. I want a person who can take care of me. But you have to look at the woman that's saying that. She's already been taking care of herself. So she's saying that out of frustration that she understands who she is as a queen, and a queen is supposed to be taken care of. But motherfucker has some ambition and some goals and express that to her. If you're on a construction site, goddammit, let your end game be, look, I'm going to have my own construction company, my own this, that, and the other, and put your feet and hands to it. But at the same time, keeping her informed of the progress that you're making. Don't just sit back on things. One thing I do know about a woman, she hates idle talk and there's no action. there's no effort. Retrospectively, as I said before, ladies, if I'm wrong, please throw a thumb up. You love a man who exerts effort, consistent effort. I'm waiting for the thumbs. I'm waiting for the thumbs. Yeah. Just like I said, man. I'm on point so far because ain't no thumbs fly up. And there's ladies in this room. I see hearts. I don't see no thumbs. So, yeah, y'all got to get your shit together, man, because this is ridiculous. This is how things are going. I tell you, we all get off track, man. We all do. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But you got to be willing to get back on. And like I said before, you see, someone said it's true. Idle talk is garbage. You got to be walking in your purpose, man. That's what a lot of people say that alpha male shit. Okay, cool. I get it. You alpha man, you're in a pack and you're this, that, and the other. And see somebody try to go out and dispel it and say, yeah, it was created by, but you know what? The truth is in the light. We have been governed to live in packs. Us people of color, us black folks, through the projects, through whatever it is, through the redlining of our societies, everything. So that's been there. But a lot of us are sigmas. And a lot of people don't know what a sigma is. I'm a sigma. I'm cool with being by myself. With just me on a fucking island. I'm good. I have that amount of memories that I'm good to go on with the rest of my life. You hear me? But most aren't. And they have to seek that human stimulus. But if you're going to be there, man, come to work. Come to work. If you got a woman, trust me, she saw a lot in you because, trust me, she had many options before you and she chose you over those options. So what does that say about you? They said at least it was something there. In the presentation of it all, actually. So what are you going to do, Holmes? To answer the question, why women rarely get caught cheating is because you're not paying attention. You're not on the job. You know how the Secret Service is always, you're standing there and there. That's how you got to be, Holmes. And you got to put your hands to the work. You got to open the doors. You got to go into the places and do the secure walkthroughs. And you got to be willing to relay the intel. Hey, lady, look, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to go and do X, Y, Z, woo, woo, woo. And your movements need to incorporate her. If you're incorporating her in the shit that you do, her attention span and that energy is applied to you. See, let me, I need it. Look, crash dummies. You might think a woman likes nice things. Sure, she does. But she likes them more when she can get them with someone she loves. And if you two are willing or able to build something together, it's so much sweet, so much better, because even if you lost it tonight, you can look at each other and say, damn, we had that shit, didn't we? Then we need to go back and get it again. Yeah. But the respect level is there. As long as that list is in play, the respect, the loyalty, the admiration, the compassion, the desire, the encouragement, all those things, as long as those are in place in the midst of that, man, you will not have these issues unless the individual was just for them streets. And there's nothing you can do. Now, like judo, a lot of the things that are known about you are actually used against you in ways that you could never imagine. So, fellas, wake up. If you fucked up, tell her. If you up, tell her. Show her. If you fucked up in one way, compensate in another. And it's not all about sex. Because trust me, They can get a dick anywhere. They can buy one, go get batteries. They don't need you to do that. That's a desire. That falls into the desire category. But see, there's so many things that have to happen before you can even get to that desire category. She has to admire you, meaning your intellect, what you breed into her. You know, this right here. This is, understand, this is Yard Joe Crystal. This is not no cheap thing. This is like Lalique. This is that. You can pour motor oil in here. And if you had no other choice, you drink it. But because you have choices, you want to put the best that you can have in this thing to drink it. She does. So don't sell her no bullshit. Don't rip her off nothing. Be everything that you said you're going to be. Let your word be your bond. Admiration. That's where that comes into play. That everything this man said, he's done. He's been able to walk into it. He's been able to achieve it. He's been able to acquire it with me. Fellas, you fucking up. I'll tell you something. Look at great athletes. And I hate to use this motherfuckers as a thing, but we've been bred that way. The majority of those athletes that have successful lives, they're not married to the pretentious one that needs all the things. A lot of them married their high school sweethearts. They were comely. You know what I mean? You know, comely, not homely, but comely. They were attractive, but they're not the prom queen. You hear me? Where a lot of times, man, we get caught up and we lacking in ourselves and we begin to look at the prom fiend, which is some bullshit. And I'm trying to tell you, not good. Not good at all. Where's your growth, man? Know you got somebody at home that is there with you because they want to be with you and they really want the best for you. Now, I'm telling you all this good stuff on the other side because I'm going to get into the dark shit now. If you don't recognize it, right? These are the things that can happen to you. Now, you played that hand and it didn't work for you. Your woman is checking out. Bag is packed. You hear me? Bag is packed. She's already done her mission. She spent a couple hours with her mama. She spent a couple hours with her daddy. She's gone to a few family reunions. Her girlfriends and had a few things. She's hung out with her girlfriends. And the one thing I can say is this. If you are a couple in public, regardless of where you see each other, that dynamic is recognized and it should be carte blanche, regardless of who the fuck you with. Okay, let's just say, ladies, you walk up on your man and he's sitting there with some people, his homeboys and, you know, whatever. And there's a few ladies and it's just a big old outside space or inside space and they're just rapping. But as opposed to him coming out to greet you, he asked you to come in. Come on and sit down with me, or with us, rather. To anybody that's worth their weight and understands that, mistake number one. Because what I've done is I've shown that in this situation has precedence over what I have at home. Not going to do that. As a man, I'm going to get my ass up, and I'm going to walk around and meet you and greet you. Hey, babe, you all right? You good? You know, I need to have that subtle conversation because I don't know the state of being. And if you're in tune, you should have that understanding of one glance at who you're with that she's all right or he's all right. And if not, I need to go address that and see what's really going on because, hell, you may walk up and not feel what you see for a million different reasons. It could be one of those people that's sitting on that chair or in that area that you have issue with. But I don't know that. But because I sat there in the average person's mind, I gave this more precedence over them. What I'm saying to you, fellas, you can walk into a situation like that and you want to turn the whole motherfucker out. Let me say this to you. It's going to blow up in your face. They will side with the woman and you will lose every time. And if she's willing to do that, she's already checked out on you, homeboy. If she didn't get up to come and see you and have a private conversation before any introduction, you already lost, player. There's a respect that's lost that you will never get back because she showed you publicly, nigga, fuck you. You hear me? Yeah. So you might as well go back to the house, pack your shit or pack her shit, whichever it is, and kick rocks because you can't get that back. That was building up. That was already there. That's the final straw to show you publicly she don't fuck with you and vice versa. Here you go. Another example. Okay. Fellas. The one thing you don't do is to begin dating a woman and don't continue to date her. Especially one that works hard. Not Nevaeh's mama. Nevaeh mama some shit. I'm talking to one that get up and go out here and work every day. The one that's handling her business. And you stepped up and you started doing shit with her. Let me say to you, motherfucker, it don't cost nothing to date a beautiful woman. Some creativity and the desire and the admiration that you have for her will allow you the creative energies to prepare something for her. Motherfucker, cook for her. Go to the store, spend $20 on a fucking date meal, put it in a basket, get a blanket, take her out to somewhere, motherfucker. Even if it's fucking winter, get you a space heater and a generator, plug the shit up to your car and have a picnic with this woman. It would go farther than you taking her to Vegas and spending $3,000 on a fucking meal or some shit like that. She'll remember that forever. She can get that from any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay? Recognize that. Be consistent, man. Be on your post. But here, it's never what you say, it's how you say it. A lot of times being on post, guys feel like they go, what you doing? Who you doing with? You don't have to do that. Being there is enough. One thing about a woman, she's going to share that shit with you regardless. If she's talking to somebody or somebody's on her line, trust me, timing is everything. You'll know it. You don't have to do a fucking thing. It's going to come and visit you. But see, if she believes in you, it'll come visit you in a way where she's put this motherfucker on blast. I'm so sick of this motherfucker here. Block this nigga. And this motherfucker was here and so on and so forth and blah. But the average joker, he would see that as an insult. Why the fuck are you on your situation? You know, that's some internal shit you got to deal with, fellas. Get yourself secure. Get yourself right. Know that you are enough. You are more than enough for anyone. And if a woman has opened herself up to you, you are more than enough for her. Because you got to understand, most women, and I say women, there's levels to it. You got bitches, you got girls, you got females, and you have women / ladies. If a woman chooses you, she's put her everything on the line, her being, her self-respect, everything on the line to deal with you. She's not asking for a lot. She's asking for the very list that I gave: the respect, the admiration, the compassion, the desire, the understanding, and encouragement. Everything else you do for her, man, is a fucking bonus. Let me say that again. Everything else you do for her is a bonus because she's already been in a place where she's been handling her shit before you showed up, stupid. You ain't gonna do shit. Listen, unless you're in the entertainment business or you was just some motherfucker, man, listen, you don't have to do all that stunting and fronting bullshit. Listen, Let me give you an example. Somebody asked me, man, well, why on your social stuff sometimes you recycle things that were years ago? You know why? Because I don't need to put up any new content about nothing. Because everything I did, motherfucker, I did it. But I did it for different reasons, not to consort with no, excuse my French, ladies, no pun intended, with no bitches. But I did it to shine, to inspire those that look like me or built like me, that they can do the shit that I've done. And every line I've ever put out, I've done that. But there are guys out here that do that shit. You crash dummies, stop that, man. If you can't keep it up, don't do it. You're not built for it. You're in the fucking way. You're in this woman's way. And trust me, she gonna fuck you around at the end. Because one thing about it, you can play that fronting game, but as long as you fronting and you feel you vest in emotions, but those emotions and that energy is insecure and it's gonna come out wrong. Energy, the atom, as it's churning, it's got to go somewhere. Sorry. Reference again to the young lady. God rest her soul, bless her family. That was the insecure negative energy that built up in that guy, that, or the guys that saw or felt that they had to go and do the things that he did, and she lost her life. But this is how serious it is. Even with COVID, man, you think about it. Shout out to Faison Love, man. Good brother. Funny comedian, actor, whole 9 yards. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but he had an 800 number out. And I'm going to tell you something. Motherfucker would answer their phone. And the code would be, I need some makeup. What that meant is this. Woman was in the house with a joker that she didn't like or love, and he was beating on her or abusing her in some kind of way. And if you called that number and say, hey, I wanted some MAC makeup and deliver it to this address, jokers would show up and handle that. I'm trying to say to you, listen, fellas, you got to tighten up. You got to tighten up in so many ways, man. It's not all about this. Sure, you got to have it, man, to have a relationship, but you don't have to. Don't come into it fronting about something you got, motherfucking, you ain't got it, or you can't touch it, or you ain't touching it. You hear me? Just be you. Being yourself is enough. You a garbage man, motherfucker. You get up every day at 4:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, go diddle that garbage. So you get up at 1 o'clock. You got a check coming in. You got some health insurance and some dental. Nigga, that's enough. More than enough. Especially with a woman who sees that you get up and you handle your business every day, because at the end of that day, I mean, when I say that day, meaning life's day, with an extension of your chivalry and not carrying things so cavalier, and being able to put your hands to her and the things that you both need and desire and you want in each other, meaning you got eyes for her. She's the apple of it. In time, you get your AARP card together and you at IHOP demanding your goddamn discount. You look up at each other and be like, you know what? We had a hell of a ride together. Wasn't perfect, but we had a hell of a ride. That's when you get that old put, excuse my French. That when you can really be wild and you just walk around your house naked all day long. You say, goddamn it, don't put no motherfucking clothes on, woman. I need to see every wrinkle on your body, and vice versa. You empty nesters and boom. Yeah. But you can get that playing around, man. You got to be on your game. And the real thing about it is this. Unless your woman is unscrupulous and she for them streets, you don't have to look for her. The only thing you have to do is be there and be attentive. Because if you showing the attentive or attention, she don't have no room for attention for nobody else. And that's real. But if you're not there, she laying in the house by herself, and she driving around by herself, and she going to the store by herself, and going to the movies by herself, and, you know, by herself. Fuck you think she gonna do? Trust me. Mess around, be your next door neighbor knocking her down. Oh, he gone. Oh, okay, come on over. Code X. Bang, 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 bang. John Witherspoon like a motherfucker. And you would never know, homeboy. Come home, wash that thing up, and be there waiting for you. Oh, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm this. Give you her back. And while she giving you her back, you see the room light up at night with that motherfucking cell phone. I'm trying to tell you, Holmes. You playing yourself like a fiddle. Stop trying to control and govern you. Invest what you are willing to lose. With a real woman, you'll never lose it. Let me say this again. Don't concern yourself. Be sure what it is you are willing to lose or invest. With a real woman, you will never lose it. You will always have it. It will multiply. Hey, Crash Dummy. Hey, Crash Dummy. You fall in a situation, right, where you have jacked your shit up, right? But you work every day. You contribute. Who are you going to turn to when you need to get that V.12 that you work 15, 20 years for, and you got a big down payment when you shouldn't have to put a big down payment on it? When you could very well say, babe, go sign for that. Let me give you this cash. You don't get that, man, on no short-term investment. You talk about long-term, man. We talking about S&P 500, blue chip stock. You know, we have rolled out together. I believe in you. You believe in me. But you can't get that going into a motherfucking situation scared. You got to be straight. You can't be scared. Yeah. You're afraid you're going to lose. You hear me? So, for the record, man, ladies, sorry to tell you, you are not smarter than us. We are just deficient in so many other areas, and we're bogged down. We're trying to keep certain things up that we have no business trying to keep up. And yeah. Someone wrote in, a woman wants to know that she holds valuable real estate in her man's life. She never wants to feel she has been forgotten or overlooked. And I respect that. Man, that list is there. Admiration, consideration, respect, loyalty, desire. She never wants to feel like she never wants to feel like her needs or desires are not a priority to her man, even in the midst of all who he is working to become and maintain. She should never feel like a neglected part of her life, or neglected part of his life. I'm sorry. Man, in a nutshell, man, that says it all. Honestly, man, I can't even wow, I can't argue with that, man. It's just, that covers it all. And in our movements, man, we do that, whether intentionally or not. We do it. We chasing something, shit, we get caught up in it, man. Look, I need to lay down. I'm tired. You know, I can't think about nothing else right now. And I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that, you know, I don't feel like it, man. Get off me kind of shit. I need to sleep, you know. I need to rest. I need to, no, motherfucker, you need to be,
battery 70%.
Hello?
Battery 70%. Connected to iPhone and
You on there? You're on air. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
How are you? You on point tonight.
Am I on point?
haven't said anything that you're on point. You haven't said anything I disagree with.
Yeah, just trying
You
to
know,
keep,
women get away with. Go ahead.
just trying to keep it a buck.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Loving, I'm
No,
loving love.
Love and love.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that.
So, is there anything else that I have missed that you as a woman can say that is needed from a man that has not been covered, meaning in regards to maintaining their relationship? Because the easiest thing to do is get involved, but the hardest part is to maintain. Because a lot of times, man, we begin to take small things personal. And
I mean, I think the only thing that I could potentially add is, you know, once you get involved with someone and it may be more than what you can bear, that's a piece of honesty that needs to be spoken as well. The timing could just be off.
But when you say more than you can bear, give me an example, or give the audience an example. Give everyone an example of what that might be.
Let's just say you meet a woman and spiritually or in a healed space that she's in, you're just not ready for all of that yet. You know, you know you're not on that part of your journey where you're ready to face certain things about yourself so you can come to the woman as open as possible. You just may not be at that point yet. I think that's a piece of honesty that she would respect. You know, don't hold her up or hold her back from what's meant for her when you're not ready to embody or embrace. You're just not there yet.
Well, let me give you an example.
I think a lot of times.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying. I do apologize.
No, I was just going to say, I think a lot of times, you know, men and women, we come into a situation and we see that someone is at a certain level in their life, whether it's financially, spiritually, the time that they may have, you may not have, and it's just not the right timing. You know, the worst thing you can do is hold a person back if you truly care about someone from what may be meant for them. Because if you're not willing to, you know, leap to where they are, you would be holding them back, which could ultimately hold you back from where you are because you're struggling trying to be something that you're just not meant to be at that time, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay. So let me give you let me say this. When we talk about the giving, right, or the expression, right, of full disclosure, going into it, we've been taught not to do that because we have to be our best selves. When in all actuality, being honest is our best self. But what I find in females, they're not willing to do the work. They want it already made. And I think a lot of times, not to reference anyone, this is where you get your high value, low value, medium value, whatever value is individual, evaluations of individuals. I think that for whatever you are doing with an individual, it should be your work, not the fact. Prime example. Okay, let's say as a man, I meet a woman, she got millions of dollars, but that's her millions. That's not millions that she and I built or established together. You feel me? That's where that work comes in, and I think that showing the ethic of being able to say, hey look, man, I'm fucked up. I just got a little entry-level job, and, you know, whatever the situation. I just came home from prison. You know, I used to do X, Y, Z. I don't do it anymore. You know, but this is who I am today. And I love you. I like you. You know, which are two different contrasts, because you can have one without the other. There's a whole bunch of calamity. But if you have both, you got a good fucking thing going. And be accepted. This is where the insecurities come into play with us brothers. We're not willing to tell you that because our pride leads before anything. And that's always the fall. Oh yeah, I'm this big fancy baller. You know, I do this, do that. Da, da, da. Let me give you some honesty about me tonight, man. I've been to college. I've done all that shit. I've been to federal penitentiary. I've done all that shit. I've had it all, lost it all. In my life, I can honestly say I have truly fucked up some commas. I don't have to tell my story because the white folks have told it. If you ever get your hands on my paperwork, it's public record, it's there. I'm not doing that to do no braggadocious kind of bullshit because it's not me, because I flew below the radar for almost 31 years. And I wasn't mad when they came to touch me. But what I'm saying to you is this. On the flip side of that and transitioning back, you have to be willing to say where you are. This is the breath of fresh air to an individual to say, damn, this motherfucker's willing to bear his faults in every aspect of his life to me, to me. Now I can accept him for who he is or she is, and vice versa. You know, both lanes. When you have pretentious folks moving around you, that energy has to go somewhere. And what we take into our minds, our hearts, and what we see, it festers in here and it comes out of here. It becomes a part of us. It's like a cancer. So we have expectations. Or you ain't gonna just fuck over me. You ain't gonna just mess over me. And see, that's that energy coming out. When in all actuality, can't nobody do nothing to you that you don't allow them to do. So, sisters, women, like I said, this conversation or tonight, this show is not about you guys. This is merely about us and the fuckery that we have been instigating and applying to our lives with you. You know, you got guys that'll go out here, man, and they'll go buy a high dollar vehicle, right? They ain't pay a lot for the muffler, but the muffler got high miles on it and got a high interest rate to impress you. What does that say about that individual? Their priorities are what?
Oh, it's all messed up. But I would say that person also isn't ready. I think the focus is on the wrong thing. If you're focused on, you know, impressing me with things, then you've already failed.
But here you go.
Because things have never impressed me.
But here you go. You got to look back where they came from. The majority of those kind of guys nowadays have been raised by single mothers. And those many years before, those mothers were denied the things that you are able to obtain now as a woman, because they were too busy raising them and raising you and so on and so forth, which goes back to what I was stating in the beginning. Born narcissist, meaning that you were trained by the things that your mother lacked, that you have to have those things to be somebody, when in all actuality you are somebody. You are more than enough, whether you got a fucking dime or not. Trust me, when I go sit out, and I don't call them bums, I call them people that have checked out a true life. A lot of those people are highly intelligent and they were somebody. They just decided to say, fuck it, I don't want to live like society deems that I should live anymore. Man, you'd be surprised the intellect or the knowledge that they have and they're willing to give you through their experiences. So, fellas, I'm back to you guys. One of the reasons why women rarely get caught cheating, because motherfucker, you too busy fronting coming into the situation. So when you get caught slipping, you too busy trying to hide the bullshit that you put down to her, that you missed the fact that she chose you, dummy. So while you chasing that, she's moving this way, beyond you. So even though you catch this, once she gets on this side, this shit ain't gonna mean nothing. You will never be able to get her back because she's already sacrificed who she is to get over you, dumbass. As a good sage told me, it's not a selection. When a woman selects to move on, it is a process. She doesn't just go cold. It is a process. She has to do things to occupy herself, to occupy her mind, her time, to get over you, over the fact that she lost on this investment, i.e. you and the time. Stop the stupid
Yeah,
shit.
and that's a fact. That's a fact. I've heard guys say, all of a sudden, and it's like, no, not all of a sudden. Like, this has been going downhill. This is, I cannot go down with this ship.
Nigga,
This ship is going nowhere but to the bottom of the Pacific.
yeah.
And I can't go with it.
Yeah, niggas, and I say niggas because there's a difference. You got niggas, you got males, you got your character. You miss the subtle changes because you're not in tune with the woman that you're laying with. So, i.e., you've become the enemy, and she's merely protecting herself from you because, hell, you won't open up. And she's wanting you to open up and know what the fuck's going on. The worst thing you can put a woman, or worst place you can put a woman in, is in a position of uncertainty. If you fucked up, say it. I'm
absolutely.
fucked up, man, but I'm doing something about it. This is my plan. This is what I need to happen. At that point, don't concern yourself with the fact that, oh, she gonna go out here and choose somebody better. Motherfucker, she chose you. So at that point, there is nobody better. She accepted you. And a lot of times, trust me, she saw through your bullshit when you put it out there. She already knew you was fucked up. She saw something in you, the potential that's inside of you. A lot of times, man, people see something greater in you than you see in yourself. The fact that you can do something, and I'm willing to invest in you, my time, my heart, my spirit, my finances, whatever the fuck it is, because I know you're a winner. But
I mean, what I'll add to that is that, you said subtle. I think from my perspective, it doesn't always have to be subtle. I think that a woman is going to communicate when she first feels the breakdown. What's going on? Are you okay? Like, is there something I'm doing? Is everything good with you? Because we notice those minute details that a man just wouldn't notice in us. So as we see this thing begin to break down, we are super vocal because as a woman, we just want it to be okay. Like, we just want to know that, we're in this together and we're working through it together. I heard you say earlier, the man doesn't want to argue. And I understand that. But what I guess confuses me a lot of times with men is that they always say argue when just because we're having a back and forth doesn't equate an argument.
right.
Now, if communication is where you lack at, then I'm cool with you walking away until you get yourself together where you can talk like an adult. But if we should be able to have conversations and healthy discussions about things we just are not in agreement on and come to some middle ground, come to some type of understanding.
Right.
I think a lot of time a man will be like, I don't want to argue with you. And he puts that off. And it's like, but I'm not arguing. I'm talking to you in a regular tone. You're the one who's clearly upset. I'm just trying to gain some type of understanding of what's going on. So I know what I need to do to help you get through whatever it is that you're having a struggle getting through, or so I can explain to you where I'm lacking because I need some help. So, we can't always just chalk everything up to an argument and say, okay, we just want to death that because, it's like sweeping dirt under the rug. At some point, you're going to have to take the rug off the floor, shake it all out. The dirt is still going to be there.
Right.
The mess is still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, when are we really going to sift through it and get some understanding going? Because, I think that is important. We are all different. And, when you date someone, you've never dated that person before, and you can't go into it using the same tools that you used in your last relationship, believing that that's going to work in this relationship. So you got to kind of get some form of understanding for one another so I can know, okay, this is his communication style. Okay, this is her communication style. Okay, these are certain things that he does when he's getting frustrated. So maybe I need to pull back when I do too much of that. Mm-hmm. So we can just because I don't know anyone who wants to live in the middle of a war. It's nothing like coming home and that no matter what goes on in the outside world, when you get to this space, it's nothing but peace and love.
Say it again. That's right.
It doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. When you come home, you want to know that this is a place of love and this is a place of peace. Like I can go in here and I can exhale. I can put my guard down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's important. But I think if the person that you're with, you're having a hard, communication is big. If you're having a hard time just understanding that person's communication style, understanding what that person needs, maybe they don't even understand what they need. And that's why I say, if you're not at a point where you can recognize certain things in yourself to come to the table as open as possible, maybe you don't have the best communication style, but this person, the way that they bring issues up to you helps to keep you calm enough to express whatever it is that you need to express, then that's something that you should be able to appreciate. But a lot of times we can't even appreciate that because we're so used to being defensive about everything. And that's just a problem. This is just not progressive.
But that's pride, and it usually comes before the fall. You think about it, man. The average guy, I've said this before, I'll say it again. The worst feeling he can have is to know that his woman has interest in someone else, okay? Or admires someone else for whatever intent or purpose. And because he's so blind with that and that pride is driving him, he won't see the fact that she can step out and cheat on him. One thing I do know is that when it comes to relationships and it's like this. It doesn't just happen. It doesn't happen. It doesn't just happen. There's a process. People say, well, okay, well, she likes that guy, Yeah, but how does she get to the point that she liked that guy?
Honestly, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have to start out as just liking someone. I think if anyone is going to step out on their significant other and it's with the same person, so now we're talking about someone that you could potentially like, it's because that person is giving you something that your significant other refuses to give you, or they're giving you something you didn't even know that you needed.
I get that. I buy that. But when you say that, it's like I look at it on the other side where, okay, if a guy's got to question himself, that means he put something out there that he really wasn't able to live up to. Point blank. I can pay all your bills. I can take you on extravagant trips. This is the shit that's perpetuated in social media and the world we live in. Because you have these quote unquote fake ass influencers doing shit to perpetuate this is how relationships are. Let me help you out, people. Real relationships are boring as fuck. Let me say it again. Real relationships are boring as fuck. They're routine. You pass each other in the bathroom. You might fuck a little bit. Brush your teeth together. You might take a shower together. You eat breakfast on Saturday morning. You work all week. You pay the rent, mortgage. You pay the bills. You talk about your savings. You prepare a trip. You might go to Destin Beach. Hey, it's COVID, so ain't really motherfuckers really trying to pursue nothing to go overseas as much. Those that are, hey, more blessed to you, dot carrying crash dummies. Woo, woo, woo. How much are we saving? What does our retirement look like? Are we buying a home? Whatever the fuck that kind of conversation is. And you've actually hunkered down. What most people don't really grasp or really are ready to grasp is that becoming responsible makes you your parents or your grandparents. And you're not young and sexy anymore. But I'm here to tell you that's bullshit because the young want to be old. It is a beautiful thing to get old, goddammit. Because a lot of motherfuckers are not living to be old. We've lost a lot of people within the last 2 years behind some shit we don't know nothing about. Listen to me. So
I guess that's perspective. I mean, You say boring. I wouldn't say boring. It can become monotonous.
Well, what
But
I'm saying
to
is
me-
boring in regards to what is being perpetuated for us to see or believe that is the thing. It's not the thing. The thing is what you make. That's your do your thing.
Right.
Like the fucking Owsley Brothers song. Do your thing. Do what you want to do. Yeah, that song. That should be an anthem for motherfuckers. Do your thing. Most influencers that are online have been perpetuating the things that they do, and it's a shame. Let me do this. Sisters, I'm tired of seeing your ass and titties online. I'm so fucking tired, it's ridiculous. You build the bad bitches need to get to life. Okay? It's a shame because you've been exposed long ago. Shout out to Rico Love. Shout out to Rico Love. Got your hair done, nails done, so on, so on. And you basically living on the motherfucker's couch trying to get $1 up. I didn't believe it was real until All-Star Weekend in Miami. I mean, I saw it. I mean, you know, we know. But to see them motherfuckers walking up and down the street with suitcases and briefcases and trying to find a place to stay because they down there to take pictures and profess a life that they don't have. Fellas,
But
fuck
to
them
some
broads.
extent,
You hear
most
me?
people are
Goddamn it.
perpetrating because
Get
they
you a
want things to
goddamn
look a
comely
certain
woman
way.
who understands what it means to go to work every day and earn an honest wage and take care of her house. Stop living beyond your station. If you some goofy dumb motherfucker, goddamn it, go jump on the back of a garbage truck, make that $18 an hour, stack your bread. What makes you more valuable to that woman is that you got up every day that did that and contribute your $1,500 a month to the fucking mortgage or the rent to the house and $300 to the bills, and you bought some groceries, goddamn it. Because she'll respect you in 20 years from now because your pension will kick in when your old ass is living on a fixed income. And you can say, all right, baby, now we can buy a Cadillac. All this other shit don't mean nothing. Listen, I've been around a long goddamn time. And like I said before, I done fucked up some commas and I've seen a bunch of goofy ass. Listen, matter of fact, I'm going to give you a story. I ain't going to, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to drop names. Just goddamn it, it's going in the book. Diddy a wild motherfucker, right? Let me tell you something. On the family tour, I've seen him break some quote unquote supposed to be getting money niggas. You hear me? We rolling around these stupid ass motherfuckers are unbeknownst to the game, right? But because one of the guys was chasing the female, and he's married to her to this day. Listen to me. I'll give you the game. We go into establishments after the fucking tour, the concert's over, and he say, hey, I got the bar. Boom. Unbeknownst to the stupid motherfucker, the bar come with whatever the payment is or the contract is a part of the rider. Yo, we're going to give you $5,000 worth of drinks. We're going to buy whatever the fucking case is. So we roll to the next town. Boom. Hey, crash dummy, you got the bar tonight? And because he's been put on display because Diddy didn't like the nigga for the chick. Because the chick is like his sister. He said, all right, yeah, I got it. Peel off the cash. Boom. He pocket the cash. Fuck that shit. It's already paid for. Yeah, party on. Boom, boom, boom. So he kicks this nigga in the dick for at least another 8 or 9 times. By the time the tour was over, this dumb motherfucker was passing out water and handling and carrying tires and on Bad Boy's payroll. Do you understand me? Because he's trying to save face or show out for the chick he's with. Now, after they got married, now he still got to prove himself. Now we're talking about almost 20 years later or 20 plus years later. This nigga ain't in the street now. And she got a regular ass job and ain't performing no more. But this is the kind of shit that goes on. Then you think about the magnitude of that where you had a nigga who was bona fide out here in the streets and was making that money and lost himself chasing a broad. Excuse my thing, not a broad, a woman. Think about the perpetuation of this shit nowadays where you look online and you get caught up in that shit because you're taking it into your mind, you're taking it into your spirit, and you believe that's what you're supposed to have. No. There's a song, man, I'll tell you something. You crash dummies. Fellas, go listen to this song, man. It's a white group, man, called Talking Heads. The song is called When the Days Go By. Matter of fact, Jay-Z sampled the song. Listen to that song. When it first come on, I'm going to tell you, this ain't my beautiful wife. This ain't my beautiful house. How did I get here? You know why? The days are gone by, but you was bullshitting and you was faking, and you got found, weighed, and wanted. So now, nigga, you got to go out here and do whatever you got to do to make that happen. Keep that woman happy, because she going to leave you. And what's going to hurt you more is the fact that when she leaves you, she going to leave you for a real nigga, or excuse me, a real man who showed himself to her, is willing to build with her. And not that he's better than you, but because you were not great enough to express yourself to her and say, you know what? Fuck you, Diddy. I ain't putting up nothing. I'm going to pay for her drinks and my drinks. I ain't got nothing. You got that, because I ain't here for you. I'm here for her. But because you showed out for her, you lost it all. Now you got that woman working extra hard, like you got to work extra hard now, almost 20 plus years later, and you ain't got nothing saved up from the risk that you threw, all them bricks at the penitentiary. I'm sure you never got there, but fucked up some commas fucking with a nigga that never threw a brick in the street. You feel me? But this is how it goes. What I'm basically saying to you is this. If you know you got a bad woman and she chose you, it's some pimp shit. 101. If she chooses you, she got to show you. She showed you, nigga. She selected you. She let you into her world. She extended certain aspects to you, or certain things to you she would never extend to other motherfuckers. So recognize that, expound on it, be the best you can be in those situations, but be as forthcoming as possible. Most are not willing to do that.
Absolutely not. But a lot of people don't have a great idea of who they are.
Well,
So,
if that's the case, then
I'm
you don't need to
buying
be
my
in the game.
identity. But that's what it is. You know, men, I think, slash, you say for the woman, and I understand that, but I think he was also flashing to prove to the other guys that he could do that.
Well, honestly,
it's just like a lot of the women who go get these Brazilian butt lifts. I don't know if they're doing it for the men. I hear a lot of men say it looks disgusting.
Honestly,
so they're doing it to be the baddest chick in the club, and it's like, you are the baddest because it's terrible.
Honestly, man, I'll say this to you. If you're doing shit for another man, nigga, you gay. I don't know how many of y'all seen the first season of Atlanta. And the motherfucker was sitting in the jail, and he was talking about, I'm talking to my girlfriend Lisa, and dude said, nigga, you gay. That motherfucker, you gay. I ain't doing shit for no other, to please no other man. Can't no man do nothing for me but make me kill him. Or he gonna have to kill me. Period. Point blank. That's it, that's all. Anything I do for the benefit of myself and those that I love that are around me. My woman, my kids, my grandkids, whatever that is. My sons, my sandbox. That's it. I don't seek the approval of no motherfucking body else. Fuck that shit. When I move, I've always moved. You're not contributing. You're not for me. You're against me. And I'll stay the fuck away from you. I don't need that kind of heat. So that's my advice to you guys.
Absolutely.
As old as y'all probably are right now, and y'all are habitual in the way that y'all move. Listen. Stop allowing your emotions to control you. If you got a woman, trust me, she gonna get out on you. It's her position to, dumbass. You're supposed to give it to her. Give it to her. Stupid. If she rolled out on you and say it wasn't enough, then she was for the streets. You gained a lesson. So you need to recap all the shit that you thought you saw, but you didn't see. The subtle shit. The one thing about it is recognize when the respect comes in and not comes in. If she's willing to disrespect you in public, she never respected you anyway. If she's not willing to pull you aside and have that conversation with you, she never respected you. But at the same time, if those attributes are there, man, give her every fucking thing you got. Give it to her. You tired? Get your punk ass up anyway. Go gas her car up, go walk the dog, walk the cat, clean the dishes, whatever the fuck you gotta do to let her know you in it with her. One thing about a woman, she may be mad at your ass today, but she reflects on everything retrospectively. They're OCD, so they're not gonna miss shit. So she'll recognize the fact that, yo, damn, last Sunday, this motherfucker did get up at 10 o'clock at night and go gas my car, so I didn't have to do it in the morning. Make sure it was coffee in the house so I can get my fix, and the damn dishes were washed, and I had a clean towel for the morning on. Whatever the fuck it is, she's gonna, man, look, goddammit. You could be with a fucking woman 15 years, and number 10, this is how sharp their fucking memory is, fellas. She'll remember everything you had on down to the fucking lean in the left shoe you wore. You hear me? Don't fuck with them unless you gonna fuck with them. You hear me? If she chose you, she fucking with you. You can get anything she got as long as you come in correct. Y'all problem is y'all get caught out there. Oh yeah, you know, she with some other nigga. Then you gave the other nigga power. And the other nigga gonna be on her for every 30 minutes that you fucked up. Bang, 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 bang. Kodak. Send her home to you while she packing her shit up. Or packing your shit up and changing the locks. And sending your ass off the pasture, nigga. Yeah. I know y'all like my music, goddammit. I know y'all do. See, I have to go get that the license shit that ain't gonna hit me and cold me up and all that kind of shit. Make them come get me. See, Friday night though, fuck these motherfuckers. You gotta be here live because I'm a DJ. I'm gonna put the shit out like it needs to be. It's gonna be on some neo soul, motherfucking Quiet Storm, back in the day, blue light, red light, basement kind of shit, and bam, Kodak. I'm gonna do my tribute to Luther, O'Brien, Stephanie Mills. Yeah. Well, caller, I thank you for calling in. I don't want to waste too much more of your time. I'm sure you got some shit you need to be doing at home, but I thank you. Man, share this shit. Share this show. Click like.
You
Yeah.
have a good one.
Huh?
I said have a good night.
You too. Like I said, man, y'all thought this show was going to be something else. I ain't bashing the sisters no more, man. Listen, if you're going to be a leader, motherfucker, you got to take what comes with that shit. Leadership comes with fucking heavy head. Your hair will be like this. Heavy is the head that wear the crown. Put that crown on, nigga, your head is heavy. They're coming at you in every given way. It's on you to build alliances. Listen, old school dude told me long ago, if you're going to break law, whatever you're doing, man, take care of your people. If you take care of your people, you don't have to worry about your people doing this, sitting across from you in the box. I'm all, yeah, it was him. He was the man. He the man. He the man. Take care of your people. You hear me? Take care of your woman. And it ain't all about the upfront this. Goals drive real women. Goals drive real women. They're taskmasters. They're taskmasters, just like you. Go get that shit, man. Don't play with it. They don't need to know that you are all right all the fucking time. Because trust me, you're not. And when you're not, express that shit to them, man. Let them know, hey, I'm fucked up right now. I dropped the ball. I lost on this investment. I lost on that one. Or fuck it. Be straight up. Look here, bitch. I love you. I ain't never had that shit. But goddamn it, this is where I'm at now. And I need to get it. And I need to get it with you. God damn it, I love your ass. And boom, you got some whole bunch of other explosive shit that just happened. Like, yeah, let's go get it, nigga. Maybe, man. Yeah. You don't have no other way. Play all you want. Because trust me, I've been the third man out in a whole lot of ways. And I'm like, hey, man, you going on home? Them freaky deaky drive-bys, you know, them throat probes and all that kind of shit. I done it all. Hey, don't forget that. You need that ring. You can't even go in the house without them rings. Yeah, been there, done that shit. Yeah. And the thing is, it wasn't even my intent. It was her intent. You drove her. Nigga, stop driving the car. Park that motherfucker. Get out. Build you a tent. Get you a bed. Make it work how it gotta work. Stop being some old sucker ass, goofy ass, wild ass idiot. Men stand for theirs. Hey, you stand for yours on the street like you stand for yours going into the courtroom. I chose her. She chose me. We together. I ain't gonna keep nothing from her. She can't keep nothing from me. The thing is, you ain't talking about to one person. If you ever get by or get back to you know who you told. Now you can dissolve it right then and there. Sure, you're gonna hurt a little bit, nigga. But you know what? The thing is, you know what you're dealing with. Get on over it. Now, I'll say this to you, fellas. Look, respect and loyalty is a big thing. There's a few things that you can chalk up to the game. Let me be straight with you. The woman ever bring the police to you? Or she ever put the public before you? She ain't for you. She'll never respect you. Period. She already disrespected you. And I'm saying this as a black man. We can work out differences. It's a fucking shame that we are the only society that dictates that the man comes into our situation to govern our shit. You can't be Asian, fucking, even white folks, man, they get together and have their powwows. The Jews had a motherfucking Sabbath. They have fucking meetings afterwards, and they talk about the community and all that bullshit. We the only motherfuckers that, oh, fuck you, nigga. He hit me. Oh, yeah. And motherfucker ain't even touched you, but you done brought the people in as opposed to bringing the elders in and making that shit happen, making it right, where there are situations where you allow your emotions to overtake you that can be salvaged. Work on it, man. Be the best you can be. Man, everything else is bullshit. There are not many, quote unquote, true millionaires. Just because a motherfucker stated they millionaires on paper. Listen, I ain't gonna change the direction, but I'm gonna give you some game. For years, man. For years. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back even further. Listen, 1996, God damn it. Listen. I'll give you some book game, and I'm gonna give you some actual game. I was the first to take Maxwell out of a market. Maxwell was getting booed before Maxwell was somebody. I took him to the TWA Dome in St. Louis. Before that, I had a few shows. Steve Harvey, Eddie Griffin in Houston. I did a Def Comedy Jam in Kansas City. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she passed away. I used to call her every night and let her know what I was doing and that kind of thing. I'm paying the property tax on the house, whatever the case may be, whatever she needed. Mama got it. I was fucking around with somebody's motherfucking wife. You hear me? And he was a fighter. He was a fucking champion. He was a contender. He was all that shit. And listen, and people showed up on the door looking for me. And yeah, said I was in cahoots with somebody fight fixing. And I'm gonna give you the actual factuals because trust me, I'm old at this point. I don't give a fuck. There's a fight where a gentleman was in a fight with somebody and he was crying. He wouldn't punch back and so on and so forth. And I'm just going to say this. there was an individual that was fucking his wife before the fucking fight. And I'm saying this to you where, you know, you fighting, you contend, you come in the ring, you looking for your people to give you that list, the encouragement. Boom. You look over and you don't see your motherfucking wife. The main one is supposed to give you the encouragement. And she don't show up to like the third round, fourth round. Like, yeah, and fixing herself up and shit. And then your corner man comes, hey, she was up there with the promoter, Yeah. And you look at the promoter and you're like, God damn, really? That's what we doing? So that's how that went. But the fact matters that because we had a little business together and shit like that. Oh, I was in cahoots with these people. What I'm basically saying to you is this. God damn it. Although the third man out was sweet, it could be fucked up for them too. Caught up in y'all shit. So with that said and done, man, tighten up on y'all fucking household. Alleviate the third man. I don't need no motherfucking, excuse my French. Fuck it. I don't need your motherfucking woman coming out here chasing a motherfucker like me to get over you. You son of a bitch. You dumb son of a bitch. Get your shit together so that you can have your woman at home. You hear me? Have them conversations in your quiet time. This is the attentive aspect of the nature of your relationship, because if there is some underlying conditions or situations that need to be discussed, they're not going to be discussed, motherfucker, if you're absent. So she's not going to know how to move if there's something that has affected you that she's done before you. And like I said, it don't take a lot of time to do something that's already been planned. It don't take a whole lot of time to do something that's already been planned. If she knows she want to go out here and put her mouth on something, she gonna go do it and come back and kiss you with it. You hear me? You done something, a bitch. Yeah. Pride comes before the fall. A lot of you motherfuckers done fell and don't even know you fell. And she's sitting there laughing at your ass like, how Craig tastes. God damn. Yeah. Shout out to Frederico Pena and a whole bunch of crew that was out on that situation, man. Many years ago. Damn. Long time. Seemed like it's just yesterday, but god damn, long time. That was a wild situation for me. I left St. Louis and went to Kansas City, did my show. I'm going to tell you how I got to Midland Theater. I did this one motherfucking comedy show, man. I did it for fucking $250. Not to jump off the subject, but I'm going to give you how blessings have befallen me. My cousin wanted to get into the game and shit. Like, yeah, I want to put some bread. Ooh. I said, all right, I'll let you know. All right, cool. Send 5,000, right? Let me go ahead and secure some shit. I went and talked to the folks. They were like, yeah, just give me $250. I said, all right, cool. And the rent is going to be $1.25. See, maybe whatever the fuck it was. It was $2,778 for the venue, $278 a seat. So it was $1.25 a seat. So just give you that actual. Phil Sharp had Tony Braxton, R. Kelly, and a few other folks right across the street. Different markets do different things. Ben Shelby, God rest his soul, wherever he's at, whatever. If you ever hear, you hear Tupac. Tupac used to say, we're going to swing an ep at the Epicurean. LL used to say it too. We're going to swing an ep at the Epicurean. The Epicurean was a real spot. I went into the town, did the thing, secured the shit. Now, I secured the venue. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna drop about $5,000 on the radio. And that was basically the average budget back then. radio called me and said, hey, little paging company want to talk to you, whatever. So Just For You Paging was the company. They said, look, man, we'll pick up XYZ if you bring such and such through the show, through the venue. And I said, okay. Next thing you know, I get a call from Gates Barbecue. Gates is world renowned, like Ben's Chili Bowl and a few other companies. They're like, look, man, look, we're going to do your craft services and we'll do XYZ if you do whatever. We'll cut a check to you. I said, okay, cool. So the radio station called me back and said, look, man, what you want to do with this check? I said, tear that motherfucker up. I'll come get it. Then we talking about 4 weeks of advertisement where now for the budget I drop, ain't going to get you but maybe 3 or 4 days. You hear me? And it was a real nabob station. Now, here's the thing. I didn't pay anybody anything. I ran Ticketmaster. I drawed them to the door. When the show dropped, by that time, Tony, everybody else was sitting in my front fucking row. Canceled the show that was across the street. Did the show, man, rolled out back then, $139,000. 2 shows. Went to the Bruce Seldon fight, Mike. That was the night Pac got killed. Changed everything, the vibe and everything. It was just a change, and it was a shift in everything. Now here's the thing: I'm flying back. My people came out private, but I'm getting ready to fly back. I calls my mama, my big mama, my grandmama. My father answers the phone. He's never there in the day. He says, what's up? You all right? I said, I'm good. He hung the phone up on me. Now, back then you had the analog phone. So certain places you can get some reception, but you can't. I dropped almost $12 in fucking quarters in the phone to call back for him to hang up on me again. I called my cousin and said, hey, what's up, cuz? He hung the fucking phone up on me and shit. This son of a bitch. So I'm in Lambert Airport. I goes to get more quarters to call back. By the time I get back, he's ringing back. He said, hey, the people been to the house looking for you. Mama's house. Say that I was fight fixing with such and such. I ain't gonna drop no names right now, but the book is coming. Let me tell you something. This individual, I went underground like a motherfucking mole. Mind you, my kid's mama in tow. Listen, when certain things happen, man, you do what you got to do. The network I already had in place, man, allowed me or afforded me to live in a way that I needed to live for the next year and change until there was a hung jury with this individual. Now, prior to that, I had seen some things and been witnessing some things, and I'm like, damn, her too, or him too, or whatever the fuck it was, where, man, you'd be surprised what motherfuckers do for $1, regardless of who they with. I don't cast nothing that I ain't never, ever been into, man, and it's just what it is. And I don't give a fuck who I was in it with at this point. I'm old. I ain't got nothing to prove. But I can say one thing, man. When the heavyweight belt was unified, there was 4 other individuals at the goddamn on each side of the goddamn corner for the individual that unified the belt. That was chosen by folks that this individual didn't have a choice in. It was destined for him to be robbed. It's what I'm saying to you, fellas. Be in tune with the fucking woman that you with. If she's some shit and she for them streets, you need to know that she's for them streets. And the only way you're going to know is to be in tune with her. And she'll show you that she don't fuck with you by the lack of respect and loyalty to you. Now, the one that rises above the occasion and respects you above everything and all else, that's the one that you give yourself to and your all to. You invest in her like a fucking S&P 500 stock. Listen to me. Warren Buffett couldn't put it any better. It's never about the sprint, nigga. It's about the marathon. What are you running? You running a sprint or you running a marathon? And see, we as black men, we've been taught to run the sprint. Fuck the sprint, because that's only going to get us to the end of the race. Then what you going to do? It's the marathon. Where is her dignity? Where is her loyalty? Where is her governance? At the end of the day, man, for me, I saw a lot from this individual. They're still around. Their husband was a champ. I mean, a fucking real champ. Fought wars in the ring. We had a conversation. We had a meetup. And trust me, guns was drawn, a whole bunch of shit. And this was a time, wasn't no social media. Motherfucker, we was doing that shit. We was living it. You hear me? At the end of the day, he had to respect me. I gave him his respect. And to my knowledge, they still together. I told him the same shit I'm telling him tonight. Motherfucker, you need to be home. How the fuck you let another man infiltrate your motherfucking camp? Telling you that, yeah, you can be his personal manager. I'm his manager. And yeah, make sure he get where he got to go. But he ain't never there. This woman wanting and waiting, needing your attention, your affection, your compassion, your desire, your encouragement that she's doing right by your children. If that were the case, you would have never got caught out there in some situation where you were evading taxes because, hell, your woman was getting paid under the table. 10% of your fucking purse that was unsanctioned. And I'm going to tell you something. This individual, all of their fighters back then, a non-sanctioned bout, didn't see anything less than $2 million. So if you were a woman and you were seeing $200,000-$300,000 every time your husband fought, shit, you was buying new houses, new cars, new bags. Your kids was going to the best schools and all that kind of shit. But unbeknownst to you, shit, you weren't reporting it on your taxes. So now your husband in some fucking trouble, trying to figure out where this extra income came from. Because hell, unbeknownst to him, he didn't know you were getting it, because this is how that happens. The lack of communication, the pride, all of that. Yeah. We talking about on a smaller level with you raggedy motherfuckers out here working a regular job. Shit, you ain't making but $40,000 a year and you trying to take a bitch out the roof, Chris. Nigga, that's your check. You done bought a new pair of shoes, jeans, and a shirt, and you took her out to Roof Chris, and you got a fucking high mileage ass car, which you got a 29% interest rate, and you can barely pay the note. Living in a fucking hovel. Come on, man. Your life is some shit, and you in the way. As opposed to just telling her straight up, look here, this is what it is. I'm fucked up. I'm trying to get it together, but this is how it is. And all y'all get some understanding. Get some understanding. How these women are able to cheat without getting caught. It's on you, motherfucker, because you are investing less than 2% of you into the relationship that you are involved in, because you're coming under false pretense. You false, you flawed. You ain't told this woman really what she's dealing with and what she's up against, or what she has to endure. So when you decide to check out and try to make shit happen for y'all, she's gone. She's made her decision to bypass anything that you can present to her, because everything else you presented to her was some fucking lies and bullshit. Worst thing you can do for a woman that chose your punk ass is to lie to her. Because if you chose her and she chose you, meaning man, listen. Pimp 101. If she chooses you, she's willing to give you the bag of another. Let me say it again. If she chooses you, she's willing to give you a bag of another. That means she's chosen up. And if she locks in with you, motherfucker, she's with you. So what you gonna do? You gonna lie to her? You gonna play her? Because on all actuality, at the end, you played yourself. Because while you trying to get it together, she's getting the fuck out. She's occupying herself, reassessing, redistributing her energies, receiving energies that when she finally tells you, nigga, fuck you, we done, come get your shit, I'm changing the locks or whatever the fuck it is going on, you trying to figure out why? What the fuck I do? I'm trying. I'm this. I'm that. Nigga, you fucked up long ago. I gave you the list. The one thing I left off of that list is communication. Respect, admiration, desire, compassion, encouragement. Communication has to be there amongst the others. If you're not communicating, she doesn't know. And you have to show her. You have to be consistent with the things that you are saying that you are applying. She understands, motherfucker, it ain't gonna be no overnight thing. It just never is when it comes to greatness. She's willing to endure, but what are you willing to do? You can't beat her. Not on no argument. Not being no narcissist. Nobody can gaslight like a woman. She'll set your ass on fire every fucking time because your pride precedes you and it comes before the fall. Yeah. Get you some understanding. If you ain't got nothing else. Yeah, man. Understand that. Shit. Made a lot of same mistakes, man. I'm telling brothers not to make, man. I'm trying to tell you. Don't do that, man. The things don't mean anything. It's the fact that a woman wants to be a part of you. If she chose you, motherfucker, she chose you. All right? All you're getting, man, get some understanding. Once again, man, RIP, man, to that young girl, man, that got killed out, man, by her insecure ass ex up there, man, who didn't understand how to play the game. And she had a new baby daddy, and the baby daddy did what he was supposed to do to defend her. And she got caught in the crossfire, man. Shout out to her, man. RIP. Blessings go out to her and her family and her children. I pray them peace and sanctity and some sort of sanity, man. All you niggas out here, man, is fucking up, man, who want to have multiple females and all that kind of shit, and you trying to prove something, man, and you wearing the tight skinny jeans and all that bullshit. Fuck you. You hear me? Fuck you, nigga. You can get at me anytime. DM me. You can call me. The number on the screen. We can meet up. We can chop it up. We can have a brotherly love conversation, or we can have some contact. You hear me? We can work about it. That's just where I'm from. I'm old school. But at the same time, man, I got daughters. I got granddaughters. I got sisters. I got a mother. I'm tired of you bitch ass niggas out here fucking over females, man, because you feeling some kind of way. Fuck your pride, nigga. Get yourself together, man. Go work at Roy Rogers, nigga. Get you a steady check.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
Not yet. Anyway, get your life together, nigga. Before you start to come out here messing over people's lives and shit, you know? Yeah. And don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? That bullet, like that motherfucker up in Harlem, that bullet was deserving for him because he was a bitch ass nigga. And I'm saying it to you, goddamn it. Cheers to her, man. She handled her business. She moved on and got a motherfucker that I guess that was with her and taking gifts into her house. And this son bitch gonna roll up and approach the new man. You son of a bitch. You had an opportunity to be the man, but you chose not to do it. Listen, there was a video out a little while back, man, where a motherfucker had went away for 15, whatever the fuck years it was. He come home, the new man in his house, and the woman pregnant with his baby or had his baby, one of the two, talking about, yeah, I'll kill you and your baby. Get up out of my house. You know what? He gonna have to prove that. Remember the movie 300 with Leonidas? We'd have had to put that theory to the test. You gonna have to kill me because goddamn it, nigga, you the past. I'm the present. Fuck you. And as a matter of fact, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it outside away from these babies and this woman, because you're gonna make this shit about me. You're gonna make this about the fuckery that you created because you weren't on point. Understand this shit. 31 years I threw the brick at the penitentiary. And regardless of what, it was understood that the motherfucking doors ever closed, it was over. It was for that individual to move on with their life. Most jokers are not willing to do that because they're insecure. They let this, matter of fact, not this, but this run their motherfucking situation. Niggas, brothers, men, whoever you are, don't be concerned with who is laying the pipe to the one that you allowed someone to lay the pipe to. Matter of fact, let me say this to you in all silence. Men. I'm speaking to men, not little boys, not punk ass, bitch ass, dudes, niggas, whatever you want to call yourself, vatos, whatever. Don't be mad because your woman is out here allowing the man that you weren't to lay the pipe to her. This is how she's able to cheat without being caught, because you were not on post, applying the attention, the affections, none of that. Let me say it loud once again. Once again, you punk ass motherfuckers, do not be mad because the woman that you had went out and allowed an individual that never had to be in play to lay pipe to her, that you had the opportunity to continuously lay pipe to any way you desired to, because you were not man enough to be attentive or affectionate or in confidence or had enough confidence to maintain her with your truth, however painful. If you fucked up, nigga, you fucked up. The greatest thing you could be is fucked up in the eyes of a woman and overcome it. Be the underdog, you son of a bitch. Sure, a woman might say, oh, I want a motherfucker that's rich and wealthy, but you know what, at the end of the day, she really don't want that because she know the headache that come with that bullshit because you've already been exposed to many. She don't want to compete, you stupid ass. Be the motherfucker that she can build something that she built with you. That negates all that other shit. Because trust me, ain't no room for her to go out if she know what your weight or your workload looks like. And y'all are doing it together. I'll tell you what. You remember waiting in Excel? You build it up and you step out, you won't get what Miss Bassett's character was. She gonna burn your shit down to the ground. And that's real talk. So yeah, what you rather do? What you want to do? Yeah. Somebody said them. Fuck them. Yeah, you goddamn right. Fuck them. Stop pretending. These women out here not playing. If you're fucking with bitches, yeah, you can do that pretentious shit. But you got to be on some Cyndi Lauper shit. You just out to have fun. You want to fuck a few times and you tell that bitch straight up, look, man, look, I don't want to do nothing but fuck a few times. Don't make this shit harder than it has to be. I don't want to have to date you to do that shit. You need a couple cash apps to suck my dick or whatever the fuck it needs to be. I need to do that, get on and get over you, get you out of my mind so I can get to the woman that's willing to bear my children. And you got to understand, motherfucker, if a woman bears your children, she loves you to no end, because that is a fucking life-threatening situation. She's put her life on the line for you, you doofus ass motherfucker. If you got her and she's willing to do that, motherfucker, you better be willing to cut your right arm off to make her happy. Fuck all your emotions and your pride shit. If you're not willing to do that, you're in the way. You deserve everything that come with it. Everything she's willing to throw your ass to the mat like a judo wrestler or martial artist. You are in line to receive everything that she is able to throw your ass. Yeah. And all y'all getting, man, get y'all some understanding. And why y'all getting, all I can say, man, is at the end of the day, thank your lucky stars, thank God, you know, because shit, he's great. He's awesome. No one can provide you the things that has been provided by him. Your life, your health and strength, your sound mind, your body, you know. I mean, with that said and done, man, it's like, if you're going to be involved, be involved. If you're not, don't waste your time. Time is of the essence. And it waits for no one. It waits for no one. Yeah. Shit. I said enough. Get the fuck off my line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring them out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.